we are recording.
Okay.
So that's very good. It's a good way to introduce that. I'll go ahead and lead in. This is Qualify the Podcast. I'm your host, Hassan. With me, I have Sonya Craft. Start off with ladies first. I'm sorry. It is anti-traditional, but I got to do it. She's the boss. So Sonya Craft, her husband, Jeffrey Craft. Together, they are the duo of A Crafted Diamond Productions, and then also J.D. Williams, who is going to be in the play that Sonya and Jeffrey have produced, which is The Grass is Greener. This is one show only. It's happening on June 11th. We'll have the ticket descriptions going to be listed in the details section. Before we get into that, housekeeping rules. Remember to like and subscribe. I am found under QLAFD Podcast, Accept No Substitutes. You can find that on all streaming platforms, including YouTube.
Cool.
Like I did that?
Yeah, right.
Dang professional, Jeffrey.
I like that. That's good.
See, I've probably done this twice, at least twice.
At least twice.
Well, welcome. We're here to actually discuss you guys' brand. I actually haven't met you personally. Jimmy spoke very highly of you, let me know he was in a play. I said, what do you need me to do? And he said, let me just patch you in with Sonya. Y'all can talk. That's fine. That's fine.
I appreciate my brother.
We need to highlight more of that. So when I hear that you're doing a play, I say, well, wow, that's really cool. Yeah. But when I understand that the play is a part of a series that you're actually dropping,
yes,
I'm a little bit more interested now because I know how much effort at least it takes in order to create one. And you're actually doing how many? 10?
Yes.
Wow. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. But I would like for, and we can start in whatever order you please, but I'd like for you guys to introduce yourselves, just a little bit about yourselves or background.
Hi, my name is Sonya Craft, and thank you for having us here on your show.
Most definitely.
I am a playwright, a director, and a producer. In my former life, I was a hairstylist, and so I transitioned over into this full-time in 2019.
Yeah.
And how I got started, I wrote my first play in 2017, and I tell people by divine inspiration of God. I was asking about what I could do to help my girls do something over the summer. I wanted to do something different, but I was thinking more along the lines of a hotel stay because some of them had never been in a hotel. But when I was praying, I clearly heard write a play. So this is what I did in 2017, and it was called A Day in the Life. We highlighted the issues that Christian teens have and that their parents tend to not believe that their children are involved in because they are Christian children. So we focused on that, and it was a huge hit. So it wouldn't be until 2019, 2 years later, that I got my next assignment, and which is So You Think the Grass is Greener. And of course, I finished it up in a couple of weeks. We did it in March of 2020, and it was a huge success, which my husband will attest to later. And we were offered a deal to come in and sit down and run all 10 plays to debut at a particular theater. Of course, I said yes because it's a prime opportunity, but the very next week the world shut down. And here we are 2 years later, bigger and better, and spearheaded by the Holy Spirit, and moving in the direction of not only being a production company, but also wanting to affect change in our community, and we can talk about that later.
Before you go, Jeffrey, so just to clarify, you did say your girls, and I'm assuming that means your daughters.
No, my organization called Stay Curvy Nation.
Got you. Okay. So just wanted to clarify on that. No problem. Can we dive into that a little bit later also?
We sure can.
Okay. Because you went from hotel stay to write a play.
Okay.
Don't think I didn't catch the rhyme, by the way. So
I
didn't mean to rhyme that either. That was the third one.
You know, I do rhyme a lot. I don't know where that's coming from.
Okay. Very awesome.
Okay.
Thank you. Jeffrey.
Yes. When we met 2016, 2017, she was involved in the church, and she was writing plays. She wrote the play, A Day in the Life, and she asked me to, help her. And so I wrote some of the guys' parts from a guy's perspective, from the teenage men perspective. And we was actually going to be in the play. I was playing the detective, and she was going to be the devil.
Wow.
And she was going to be the female devil. It was funny. But like she said, then we ventured off into a business together. We got married 2018. We ventured off into do real estate together.
Okay.
You know, and I was in another corporate sector, so we was going to go at it. I always wanted to have a business with my wife, you know. And, you know, so we can go at it, the world together, you know. And then we was relative at the firm, and then she came back and said, well, God want me to write a play. And threw a monkey wrench in my whole operation.
Changed everything.
Changed everything.
I thought you said hotel stay.
Yeah, I thought you said we was going to be doing these real estate. So I had to wrestle with it because, you know, we got mortgages, you know, we got bills.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. So I wrestled with that for a moment. And then we settled in, helped her, you know, we got that off. And everybody was so amazed how it came about.
Yes,
they were like, this can't be our first major play.
Come on, man.
Which it was. You know, that was the breakout play, even though we did the other play before. And it was such a huge hit. And tell you how God works is that it was scheduled, let's say it was scheduled on the second week of that month. And something happened where God made us move it up to the first week of that month. And if we would have kept on that second week, it would never have gotten debuted because that second week after the play, the whole world shut down.
Oh, yeah.
COVID, you know, you couldn't. That's when everybody started working from home.
Right.
Kids can go to school, homeschool. Everything was so new to Houston and that whole world of how to live. You know, and if you, I don't think the only person was on the road was truck drivers, and they had to have a letter giving them permission to be out there.
That's true.
So it did get debuted. And, of course, we're back 2 years later, and we're doing a remix of that first play. And this remix is for the people that didn't get a chance to come the first time, you know, and to now that, you know, the world's opening up a little bit more and give everybody that didn't get a chance to see it the first time, and also the people that, you know, that supported us that want to come see it again because this one's going to be streamed, and we're going to try to package this as a finished product. Okay. Because we will be bringing 10 plays to Houston.
My name is J.D. Williams. First name Jimmy. Proud father, brother, firm believer in the Word of God, true advocate, and also an actor now. God has blessed me with these two beautiful people and how everything played out and how everything is playing out. The growth within a short stint of time has been remarkable. All glory to God. I don't like bragging on myself because that ain't me, but I'm grateful right now. Yeah. So just the opportunity right now.
Sounds cool. Don't sweat it. I got you. I'll do it. Don't worry about it. I will brag in your proxy. That being said, though, if we could stay on the play, since this is we'll call it a remix, right? So I like that the wording. The play's construction. Since you're doing 10, what is the premise of this one?
Well, the play, it focuses, all the plays focus around the 10 Commandments. Okay. This play in particular is the first of that commandment, which is thou shalt not covet. Okay. Okay.
Hence so you think the grass is greener.
So you think the grass is greener. It ties into thou shalt not covet. It disposes lies and deception. Okay. And, of course, the next play will be thou shalt not lie. But we'll get to that. Yeah. And so on and so forth. By the end of the 10th play, people should know their 10 Commandments. I'll put it to you that way.
Get you.
They should know their 10 Commandments. Okay. But this one is to reintroduce to Houston first and then the world because it's like jumping into the middle of a movie. I don't like to jump into the middle of a movie. You know, I'd rather see stop and see when it's going to come on again so I could watch it from the beginning. This is the beginning of a series that would tie into the next play and the next play and the next play. So we're encouraging everybody to come out and see part one, this remix. So when the next play is, they be like, I missed something. Yeah. I didn't get the background on this person. I didn't get the background on JD's character. Yeah. You know, but you'll get that here in the first play. Okay, for the people, for our fans, for our followers that want to follow us through this journey. Yeah. We're asking that they come and support. And for the people that cannot make it, people that's out of town. I've met a lot of people from out of town that say they want to be there, but they cannot because they live in Maryland. I've met a couple that live in Maryland and D.C., and so we do have platforms where this will be on demand after about 2 weeks after the play is over.
So how do you find your characters? Like, not necessarily in the writing of it. I know that, in the process of writing it, of course, you're going to develop the storyline as it goes, and you have to have key players involved in that storyline. How do you cast your people, though? How does that happen?
God downloaded it to her, but go ahead.
Yeah, the cast itself came to me by way, and I will always give God credit. Within 30 minutes, I had an entire play. So I had cast members. So, of course, we audition. And what I look for, even if that's not a person's characteristics when they're auditioning, if they can transform themselves into this particular character, just open auditions.
Open audition?
And because we both have a heart for giving people who are trying to break into the business a chance. So, of course, we welcome seasoned actors and actresses. But for instance, what I saw in JD, when he came to audition for Rashad, I actually saw Rashad. I saw the mannerisms. I saw the way he spoke. When he stood next to the young lady that was auditioning as his fiance, he immediately showed himself to be enamored with her. So anyone who can jump into that character, even without the necessary training that you would need, I choose my people based on their willingness to evolve into that character.
Sure. No, that makes a lot of sense. And you then, in that case, you would then be the casting director.
Yes.
Right. So you're
as well.
One of many hats.
Yes.
One of many hats. Okay, well, let's stay on that, though. So, Jimmy, you being Rashad, you've been studying for this character. How does Rashad play, without giving too much away, like how does Rashad play into this entirety of the play?
Well, Rashad, he has an adoration for his fiance. He adores her. He wants to do everything for her. He wants to have he wants to have that family. He wants to have the children, so forth and so on. But his girlfriend, fiance, she doesn't see that. She's a little bougie. We call it bougetto. Bougie and ghetto.
Yeah.
That song comes like this long ago.
I got you.
But anyway, he plays a vital role in the play, just along with my other cast members. But Rashad is he's very loving towards his fiance, and he wants to, be the best for her.
Gotcha.
So Rashad is in all 10 plays. So he is an absolute main character.
Yeah.
And his character is strong spiritually. He is determined to marry well, meaning not as far as monetary things, but well spiritually. And so he has this fiance that looks the part, that acts the part, that has presented herself in a certain light that is not true, and that's exposed in this play, but it plays over into the next play, which is Truth Be Told, thou shalt not lie. So his role basically is to show that strength that a man would need after being completely deceived by his fiance, and how he will need to press into Jesus in order to get through the devastation that he finds out at the end of the play. Yeah, it's a very strong character. But the premises of it all is Jesus, Christ conquers the chaos.
Sure.
So no matter what's going on in your personal life, I mean, you don't have to be saved to relate to the issues that we are going to expose in this play. Yeah. So Rashad is a key factor.
That being said, I want to make sure we highlight the play itself. The Grass is Greener is one show only. It's at the Charles Bender Theater Arts Center, June 11th. Can you let us know where to find yourselves, number one, all three of you, unless you're not a social media guy. Are you on social media like that? Okay, cool. So all three of you, I need your social media handles as well as how to get the tickets for the play.
Social media, It is the production company, Crafted Diamond Productions, and that's on Instagram and Facebook, A Crafted Diamond Productions. Somebody asked me, where did we get that name? My last name was Craft, and her maiden name was Diamond, and I definitely was not going to take her last name. So actually her father came up and said, you're crafting that diamond.
Come on, man.
And I loved it.
Amen.
I loved it.
That's good.
And
That's good.
I said that's what the name of the production is going to be, a Crafted Diamond Productions.
I gotta ask you some questions. I do like this, so that was really, really catchy.
Yeah, that's good.
And it was perfect. It was perfect. No, I like it. A Crafted Diamond, plural, not plural, singular.
Also, I'm on Instagram. Same thing, a Crafted Diamond Productions.
They're a team.
Sonya Craft Ministries. And on Facebook, is So You Think the Grass is Greener. You type in the name and it'll come up. It'll link it. All of our hashtags will link you back to my Sonya Diamond Craft
and we
page,
got the Craft Real Estate
Instagram,
team.
and the real estate. We're everywhere. Everything is under my name, Sonya Diamond Craft. And So You Think the Grass is Greener.
All right. JD, where can they find you?
Instagram is _Mr. Inspirational. On Facebook is Jimmy D. Williams. And that's it. And look up So You Think the Grass is Greener on Facebook as well as on Instagram.
The website is acrafteddiamondproductions.com. And you have all the information on there for sponsorships, for vendors. The venue is so big that we still have spots for some vendors that if you have a business and you want to come and sell your product, you will be the only, depending on your product, you will be the only targeted person of your product. We're not going to have two people selling candles as a competition,
Two lotion vendors, two Starbucks right there.
Right, we're going to have two Starbucks right across from each other. So if you want to be a vendor or even be a sponsor, the sponsor form and the vendor form is online, crafteddiamondproductions.com. The link to buy your tickets to Eventbrite, go to the website and it's right there. We will host our auditions. We will announce our auditions in the future on the website and on our Instagram. And also, if you are out of town, if you live on the outskirts and you can't make it, I wish you could make it. But if you cannot make it on the website, it's also a link where you can sign up and buy your ticket for the on-demand link. Okay, and then that on-demand link should probably be ready about June 24th. And I'll send out a mass message for those who purchase their tickets so they can watch it first.
Which means you need to join the mailing list on the website.
And we have a mailing list, so you can be up to date on everything.
Charles Bender Theater Arts Center. Tickets are available online. Go to Eventbrite. The address for Charles Bender is 611 Higgins Street, and that's in Humble, Texas. For those in Houston, that is north, going towards Intercontinental Airport. Keep that in brand, a Crafted Diamond production. You have a strategy now. In terms of this play, you have 10 plays, and it's all based on 10 commandments, which I think is brilliant marketing, right? Because you're already going to keep them coming more. There's like a built-in storyline in itself.
Yes.
I could equate this to a whole lot of stuff, and I'm really linear when I start thinking about business, so just stop me when I go crazy.
Yeah.
But some stories are automatically created in order for you to have a built-in series. Clearly, this is one of them, right?
Yes.
Because you're off the 10 commandments, you're building off of each one of those. Covet, thou shalt not kill. I can't wait for that one. But I'm sure you already have that one in the tuck.
Yes.
The thing that I was thinking about when you were talking, number one, you said something that struck me as interesting because a lot of people don't do that, or at least they don't confess that they want to, which is that you always wanted to have a business with your wife. That's one. The second thing that struck me as interesting is having a main character involved in every play means that the story doesn't necessarily circle around them, but it circles around the ensemble. So now you have a strategy of building an ensemble cast.
Yes.
I want to dive into those two things while we're still here.
All right.
Well, I got to talk to the man first.
Go ahead.
Jeffrey, what would make your conviction about or your aspiration of having a partnership at home as well as a partnership in business? Why do you believe that that's something that you aspire to do?
That's a good question. Been previously married before.
Okay.
And sometimes when you are not equally yoked, you know, you can grow apart easily.
Yeah.
But when you're equally yoked, and you see that we have a lot of similarity. A lot of times, I know what she's thinking. She know what I'm thinking. She tried to finish my sentence. I told her don't do that. I can throw a monkey wrench on you. So you can't know what I'm thinking. You can't know what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
But
on,
it always been a desire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she tried to answer my questions too. That's a whole other story.
I caught it at first.
Yeah.
You know
So,
I can.
so when you're equally yoked, and we have a lot of similarities as far as sense of humor.
Yeah, man.
You know, she can give a joke as well as take one. You know, we have it all day long. We cracking on each other.
That's good.
With just me and her. So that's why we made it through the pandemic. We just cracking jokes all day. But always been a desire to, I mean, if you're going to have a partnership, to tackle it together. You know, if y'all have something that y'all, if God bless you with something that y'all can do, something that y'all can both grow a passion for and pursue it, you know. And I saw what she was doing. I saw what God had put in her. And, you know, God had to, you know, give me the peace to even leave my last job I was at. And then say, okay. And I was reading that story in the Bible. You know, we have our prayer closets at home, and that Elisha.
Come on.
When he burnt up everything and followed Eli. And so I said, okay, if I'm going to leave this job, I'm going to have to burn the wagon. I'm going to have to burn the bridge.
Yeah.
You know,
Torch
I
the
can't
whole
go
thing.
back.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
No safety net.
Burn the safety net.
That's
Right.
it.
So it's no plan B.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people talk about that. Even Tyler talk about this, and, you know, not to have a plan B if you want to make it.
Yeah.
So regardless of the ups and downs and struggles, you know, we both decided to tackle this thing and go at it. And all 10 plays was written during the pandemic. So those 2 years that Houston was shut down, we was, you know, getting it together.
Yeah.
So we're projected to push out 2 plays a year. So they're already done. Okay. And I don't want to go too far into your question.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
So that was my, to answer your question, that was my desire
The
to.
question was,
Well,
why did you end up with a wonderful wife that you could work
Whoa.
with?
Well, wasn't quite the way I worded it. I think the end result is that. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think
That's very true.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
How did you end up with a wonderful wife that you could work with?
God had to
There you go.
orchestrate. You know. Gotcha. We'll go into our backstory of somebody being a stalker.
Well,
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
we can say that for
bushes.
another episode.
Yes, we can.
Somebody was in the
Say that
bushes.
for another episode.
Yes. We work beautifully together.
No, it was beautifully orchestrated. How we met and been knowing each other forever,
Since the
but
5th grade.
just never.
Wow.
I've been
Just
liking
know.
him since the 5th grade. That is another story.
Okay.
But it
Another
is so
story.
adorable.
This is cute.
I love telling it.
That's a whole nother story.
He said he didn't like me because I had a Jerry curl.
Wow.
But we'll talk about that another time.
Gotcha.
In the 70s.
Had to be, oh man, I was about to say, this had to be late 70s, early
Yeah,
80s.
Oh my
80s.
goodness,
I had
early
a
80s.
curl.
You stop it.
I had a curl. Yeah.
Jerry Curl was it, man.
Yes,
Like,
it was.
Jerry Curl was it.
Yeah.
Then you know, y'all ain't from Dallas, are you?
If it was the
No,
S curl,
okay.
maybe. Yeah.
No, the Jerry
it
Curl
was
was
the Jerry
it.
curl for us,
Came back
right?
with Jerry Curl because that, and then Dallas tried to bring it back. You
Oh,
remember
that
that? That
was
was like the 90s with
that-
the
yes,
Well,
with
the
that
S
little
baby
curl,
curl.
With that little curl at
S
the
curl
end.
was less wet.
Yeah, but it needed to be wet though. Like the Jerry Curl was it. You need to have a long flowing. Men and women, this is an asexual hairstyle.
Yes,
'Cause I
it
know some
is.
people listening who really just don't understand
nobody
this.
know
Yeah, they
Jerry
don't
curl.
understand.
They don't know Jerry curl.
Yeah,
Like
I
that.
had a
Jerry
curl.
curl.
I
Google
had
it.
one.
Like this was it. I couldn't even get one. I only had the flat top. Like
Yeah.
that's as far as I got.
Yeah.
But
Right.
that was an
That's hilarious.
asexual style, man. They had to come in. If you had a long flowing Jerry curl as a man, you was it. You
Yeah.
could
That's
not
right.
get a phone
Let
number
your
that
soul
day.
go.
Let your soul glow.
That's right.
I've been talking about coming to America all week. It's only Tuesday. I've mentioned it 7 times. I promise you, I got a Randy Watson toy in my phone right
That's
now.
hilarious.
Say I don't. I'll show you after this.
We
I'm not playing with you. Love coming to America.
But I told you,
I get it.
He missed out because he judged my Jerry curl. But that's okay. But God has a way, right?
We wasn't ready.
Rerouting.
Oh, my
He's the perfect GPS.
Yeah, we wasn't ready.
Yeah,
Guide, protection, and
Yeah,
saving.
that's right. He's the
That's what it
perfect
is.
GPS,
Thank
guide,
you.
protection, saver.
Okay.
And he rerouted us, and here we are, literally 30 years later. We met at a we met back up at a reunion that I was. They said they don't even know how I got invited to, but I was there, and it sparked from there. We have been together. We have been glued at the hip. We had one little hiccup, but we got past it, and now we're here.
Okay, as a team.
As a team.
With a series of 10 plays in the chamber. One set to release very, very soon.
Yes.
I thought about it when you said it, but now we'll dive into the next question. I appreciate your candidness in that too. And of course, you being as open about the Jerry curl as you were. Hey, listen, ain't nothing wrong with a Jerry curl. In the right decade. You bring that out right now, you got to go back home.
Oh, that was shade. He said in the right decade.
In the right decade. You jump back in that time machine and get back to the 80s if you have that right now.
Where you belong.
Where you belong.
That's right.
The strategy involved with you creating 10 plays already written out. My show really wasn't about highlighting things that happened in the pandemic. It just so happened to be that I launched like in the middle of us easing up. So there's a lot of pandemic concepts. We call them pandemic babies. Except some people literally had pandemic babies.
Yes,
so I don't really throw that in the same conversation.
This was birthed
it was
through the
birthed,
pandemic. Yeah.
But not quite. But not quite physically.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Spiritually
and indeed mentally, yes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But the idea behind so much creativity, I do believe, has happened when we as a people decide, not black people, individuals in self.
Yeah.
You'll find out a lot more about yourselves in isolation.
Facts.
Yes,
You really
do.
will.
Oh my goodness, yes.
You're going to get closer to God. You're going to get closer to insanity.
Yes, it's true.
Sometimes they're one and the same. However, theoretically, the things that you come up with are going to be so creative because you've had that deprivation time to concentrate. We really don't in normal life. We had to sit down. We had to sit and think and process and plan. And then when we were done planning, because you realize how little that actually took in terms of effort when you spent the whole day about it. And then you say, oh, I got some free time. Well, let me just write out a whole podcast concept, or let me write out a whole play, or marketing and business plan. So I applaud you guys for actually having number one, the wherewithal to do it, and then number two, the go ahead, all faith, to actually push them forward. Because if you say one's coming, then the other 9 are coming. So that's already said and done. Building an ensemble cast, you got JD as one of the main characters, which means he will remain in all 10 plays. How do you feel about that? Like you about to be, was like which one of Tyler Perry's main characters was it? Like the handsome one, not Brown or anything. But anyway, how you feel about it though?
Man, it's amazing. I'm not just saying that because they're here, but I'm saying that because last year I wrote some things out, and I said I wanted to be. I was praying. I said I wanted to be an Academy Award winner. I have never before that did a play in my life. And to speak with her in the coming months, within probably like 2 or 3 months afterwards, it's been amazing. And then it was a task or how could I say this? Just to put in the work, to remember the lines. It's not as easy as you think. And then, but the more work you put into it, the more you get out of it. And my cast members can see it as well as I can see the growth. You know what I'm saying? And it's been amazing, man. I can't say nothing more.
He already has the famous name, J.D. Williams. You can see that in lights.
You can see it in lights, it's very tangible.
It's Jimmy D.
Jimmy D. No, we can't take that. No, that's already taken. I was like, where's that from?
The sausage.
The sausage. We can't do that one. But J.D. Williams is cool. It actually it moves the right way.
Yeah,
I like it. Now I'm really thinking about it. It's like it does really actually flow the right way. Yeah, man. Well, that's good. I mean, of course, as always, I'm proud of you because I mean the things that you're doing are absolutely a testament of you actually really dedicating yourself to a process. Which I have to give you flowers in public because I mean I would never do it when you're not here. I'm gonna do that in a different level. This right here, I need you to know.
Okay.
Like this one is important because of everything that you have accomplished and everything that you've gone through actually to get here. Because we both know this was God bringing you here. It was a rough go. But this is actually going to be a time frame that you highlight yourself, your acting acumen. It's going to be a good play. I already know. I do expect to be there actually. So
awesome.
This is definitely good.
Look at the website.
Okay.
I mean, everything is on the website. Crafted, it's CRAFTED, a Crafted Diamond Productions, and all your information to do anything you want to do. If you want to, I mean, of course, we're establishing relationships with vendors, with our food vendors, with, I mean, our photographer, with our band, with our videographer. So, I mean, I can't wait to see the edited version. June 11th, that is not this Saturday, but next Saturday. 3 o'clock, Charles Bender Arts Theater in Humble, Texas, 611 Higgins Street. So get your tickets now. Get your tickets. Go to the website of Crafted Diamond Productions and the website. And you, if you ever want to be a future sponsor, fill out the form. We will get with you. And, of course, with the form, you get your business advertised in the playbill. Of course, you're a VIP at that point. But we have separate meals. You be the first to meet the cast on the meet and greet, and just all the other accolades.
But I just like to say, the play is gonna be phenomenal. The work we put in practice, it'd be phenomenal, man. It's a family. We've become a family there. Every one of the cast members does an amazing job, and I'm just excited to get there and excited to be a part of something big as this. It's so much talent within the cast, man. Singers, actors, you know, so I'm just excited about it. Real writers, you know, so you guys come out June the 11th. You will not be disappointed at all. June 11th, 3 o'clock. Just like a good dish, you'll drive for a good dish. And you'll pay for it. This is how this is going to be. We fixing it for you. Chefing it up. No Steph Curry. This is God ordained. He chefed it up for everybody, because I believe that everybody at one point in time did some coveting in their life.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So come check it out. You'll get it's a message in it. You're gonna be entertained. You're gonna get the message. And June 11th, 3 o'clock.
That's the close of our show for today. You can find me on all streaming platforms, including YouTube, under QLAFD Podcast. If you're searching for that on the streaming platforms, it's qualified, the podcast. If you pull up anything else, you're going to be bored. Check mine out. For that, it's always good to talk to y'all. Thank you very much for coming to the show. I appreciate it. Just remember, it's in Humble. That's a 30-minute drive. It takes 30 minutes to get everywhere else. You might as well come out. All right, qualified, we're out.